Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10, broadcasting on Channels Television live from Lagos. Here are the stories with our headlines this hour. Collection of voter cards in 12 states, and today INEC set to announce dates for the last phase of the exercise. Civil servants in Benue State in a face-off against their government over the across-board pay cuts. Lagos State's governor in a state broadcast alerts residents of the Ebola virus disease, which he calls the biggest danger to human life. And protesters in Liberia ransack a quarantine center for suspected Ebola patients in Monrovia. Need more on our top stories? You can find them on our website. It's channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channels, where you can watch our videos. To stay connected with us live on your mobile device, log on to m.channelstv.com. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We urge you to interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS, and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. Although the national conference proceedings are over, however, one of the delegates who represented the People's Democratic Party from the North Central Zone, Gbemisola Saraki, has thrown her weight behind the outcome of the conference. Senator Saraki said the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable and supports any opportunity that will give Nigerians the chance to contribute to how they can make Nigeria a more united entity that will help us live to the aspirations of our founding fathers.
The beauty of governance, of a people coming together to discuss, is that every time that nothing is stuck in time, it's lucid, it's transient. The change comes about and we discuss. We're all sitting there again looking at Nigeria as a whole and re-examining, do we actually want to be together? How do we want to be together? There's nothing unusual or unnatural about that. In fact, it's something that we should be encouraging all the time. It's just unfortunately our system, the way it is, does not allow that to be. It's a continuous process, which is all what governance is about. That we sit there and re-examine and re-look at it and revisit. Do we want to continue to live together? How do we want to live together as a people? So I think at any point, any opportunity where we all get to sit together to discuss and look about our future, I think it's wonderful. We should all encourage it.
About 1.6 million members of the Ndi-Igbo in the southeast region of Nigeria have asked President Goodluck Jonathan to run for the 2015 presidential election. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Ayim Pius Ayim, received the registrar from the Abia State Governor, Theodore Orji. Our correspondent, Kelvin Obeton, tells us more.
Alex Ekweme Square in Awka, Anambra State, came alive as Igbo politicians and leaders of thought from practically every part of the southeast zone came out of the event convened by the Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria, TAN. The thrust of the event is to prevail on President Goodluck Jonathan to quickly make up his mind about running for another term come 2015. The gathering is not just about speeches. Organizers had before now gone round the zone to gather signatures of people of the region, made it into a register, and presented it to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Ayim Pius Ayim.
These documents we are presenting to you to give direct to the President. Like we said, no deletion, no addition. Just like this. So on that note, I hand over this to you for proper transmission. God bless you.
I am very, very proud of my people. And I want the world to see that this register is not empty. Through 1.6 million Igbo signatures saying that President Goodluck Jonathan is their only candidate for 2015.
After handing over the register to the government's chief scribe, it was time for the people to disperse. And they were reminded not to forget to spread the message about the good works of the president to others in their neighborhood. Kelvin Obetin, Channels Television News.
Civil servants in Benue State are up in arms against the state government following an across-the-board pay cuts. The grouse is that despite objections, salaries have been indiscriminately slashed, leaving some workers with nothing. Although the initial strike, which lasted 3 days, has been called off, many of them have refused to report for duty, accusing the leadership of the state NLC of selling them out.
The near-empty premises of the Benue State Secretariat, where most of the state's ministries operate from. Only a handful of workers turn up for duty 1 week after their strike action was called off. Civil servants in the state had gone on strike to protest deductions from their salaries to augment the payment of primary school teachers' salaries. Their grouse is that the salaries were slashed indiscriminately.
Government decided that they will effect certain deductions from the rest of the workers to accommodate primary school teachers. From those on grade level 7 to 10, 12% was taken. Those on 10 to 15, from 12 to 14, 17% was taken, and then 20 and above, 22% was taken off.
There is no percentage. It was arbitrarily cut. If they don't even like your own face or whatever, the name or whatever thing, they will just cut whatever thing they want to cut. You will not believe that there are certain people that have gone home with less than 100 naira. So what do we expect them to do? To go and steal or to go and do what? Even the so-called teachers that they said they were going to cut our salaries to pay them, they have not been paid.
The state government insists that salary reduction was one of the key issues that had been negotiated by a joint committee.
This fifth aspect of salary reduction is one of the things that we agreed upon. So it is unfortunate that the workers agreed with other aspects of the implementation of the agreement, but when it came to this aspect of the resolutions, they are finding it difficult to accept.
The aggrieved workers are, however, accusing the labor unions of treachery and calling off their strike without due consultations.
Our leader, who is the NLC chairman, told us that the governor has called them for a meeting. We should report at the secretariat at opposite McCarfield. We went there, they say the governor has called them for a meeting. When they go there, they'll bring wells for us. We waited patiently for over 5 hours. They came back around past 4 to inform us that the governor has agreed to return to status quo in August, that the June and July have been deducted. We should just take it. And we said no. We told them that 1 kobo should not be allowed to go. They should return our money, or else we will not suspend the strike. So they went and took a decision without consulting us. We were so aggrieved. We were at the secretariat till 5. So he now used his wisdom, because the people's reaction was clear to him that he will be either lynched. So he used his wisdom and said, okay, that we will go back to the governor and tell him. Only for us to realize that by 5 p.m., the strike was called off.
As the controversy over pay cut and unresolved strike rages, the NLC executive in Benue has kept mute, declining to respond to even phone calls or text messages. Meanwhile, the workers can only continue to hope for some resolution. Charles Aruka, for Channels Television News.
We turn to education now, as the Imo State Governor, Rochas Okorocha, lays the foundation of the Imo State University Mbise campus, which is to house the Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine. Governor Okorocha said the project is a realization of the late Governor Sam Mbakwe's dream 30 years ago. He adds that the state government will ensure the school complex is completed in good time.
When the Imo State University, Owerri, was established 3 decades ago by the late Governor Sam Mbakwe, one of his visions was to situate the Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine at Mbise Ngokpala area of the state to foster development and increase economic activity. That, however, did not happen until the end of his tenure. 30 years after, that vision has left the woods and head into fruition as indigenes of Mbise gather to witness the foundation-laying ceremony of the Imo State University Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine. An elated Vice-Chancellor of Imo State University bears his mind on this feat.
On behalf of the Governing Council of Imo State University, on behalf of the Senate, congregation, staff and students, I want to thank you for your vision, for your mission, for your determination to give to Igbo people the greatest asset, because the greatest investment is in human capital development, and that is what His Excellency is doing for Imo State.
Governor Rochas Okorocha is quick to remind everyone that IMSU campus in Mbise aligns with his campaign promises that all abandoned projects of late Sam Mbakwe will be completed during his tenure.
To you, my people, this is a new university which will be called Mbise Ngopala University. And this is also a fulfillment of my determination to continue with the vision of the Sam Mbakwe for thinking it right to put this foundation. May his soul rest in peace.
The project duration is put at the end of the year, and the hope is that that will trigger other developments when completed.
When the news at 10 returns, Governor Fashola alerts residents of the state on the deadly Ebola virus, calls it the biggest challenge to human life. Please join us again.